Hello and welcome to our spoiler review for Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut. So I'm here with my man Bogz from across the pond. Bogz, how you doing today?
Yeah, I am pretty excellent. I'm excellent because I kind of love this quote. I'm a big Zack Snyder fan, I'd say. Man of Steel, I've told you many times, is one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. So the continue this is I see this as the continuation of that story. So yeah, I'm very good, man. I got what I wanted. So yes, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. The fans got what they want. They've been begging and pleading. I even heard that they flew a they had a plane fly over a banner over the Warner Bros. Lot saying telling them thanks for the Snyder Cut when it got released. So people have been excited about this. They've been wanting it. Obviously, it's been super polarizing about like does it exist, does it not exist, not
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
coming, blah 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 blah. So this is a 4 hour movie. Holy crap, 4 hour movie. Boggs, your overall thoughts of the Snyder Cut, and we'll get
Yeah,
into it.
straight up, I loved it. So, it's to be honest, I didn't not like the the original, really, Joss Whedon
Yeah.
version. I did not like it. Obviously, it wasn't absolutely amazing. That I had issues with it, but this is just like what's another level. The character development in this, I mean, uh, particularly a Cyborg, who I just thought I literally had no opinion of from the first movie. Like, oh, does this guy even need to be in it? Like, why should I care? Now I'm like, whoa. Um, you know, every single character has better arcs, and even some characters I feel like are better in this movie. And like I said, the story themes, the character arcs, and their performances and their journeys are better than their own individual stories. For example, Wonder Woman. I love Batman and Superman, her in Batman Superman, and in this, in her own stories, I don't really love her that much, or I just don't have that much interest. But in this, I just love her in this, and Aquaman, Cyborg. Like I said, obviously Batman gets way more to do. Alfred's great in this. Steppenwolf, literally every character is better. The effects are better. Story's better. Yes, I love every single thing about this. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts.
So I'll put you like this. Obviously, this movie is way better than the theatrical cut. Way
Mm.
better.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's still kind of I felt a little underwhelmed still watching it. Only because it's a 4 hour movie and that movie does not need to be 4 hours. I think we got a lot of fluff and not as much substance as I wanted. I'm thinking like if you're gonna give me a 4 hour cut of a movie,
Mm.
I want a lot more than what we got. Like I wanted to see a lot more from Cyborg, which we did, but I wanted more. I wanted to see a lot more from the Flash, which we did, but I wanted more.
Mm.
I wanted more from especially those two because at that point we really didn't know a lot about them and from Aquaman. I wanted to see more from all three of them,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't get as much more that we did originally to for me to justify the 4 hour cut.
Mm.
So I liked it more than the original because I did not like the original. I did not like it. I thought it was just all over the place. I thought
Understand.
Superman got shortchanged. I think they all got
Exactly.
shortchanged.
Yeah.
In
100%.
this, it's a little bit better, but for me, it's not. It is an improvement, but it's not like a dramatic. Like, oh my god, this is so much better. Like for me, it's just like, yeah, it's okay. It's decent now. It's just decent. Whereas the original cut, I did not like. Was not a fan. Now, I enjoyed the movie. I think it's too long, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's long. It is long. It's hard to get through in one sitting, but now it
Yes.
adds legit mythology into this for me and actual interest in it. Like with Dinah going to see, seeing the Darkseid guy, in the kind of in the moral uh, kind of old ancient ruins and learning the history, the extra stuff that you got in the with the old gods um, and the what are they called? What's down his people called?
Oh, the
Amazonians and
Amazons. Yeah.
Amazons and the Aquaman people. What they called again?
The
I've forgotten the name.
Atlanteans.
The
Well, we didn't get a
Atlanteans, yeah.
lot. I would have liked to learn more about them, but obviously we did from his movie. But
And the old gods and the Green Lantern. Obviously, that stuff was in it before, but not everything. Like he didn't get his arm chopped off. Like Darkseid didn't try to take the ring. Like
yeah,
that. This is like what? I was like, no way. So and the extra stuff like
and we saw the
the
ring fly off
Atlanteans.
somewhere. Yeah.
Exactly. and the Atlanteans used to be on land, and like you're learning all this extra stuff, man. I was like, wow, this is deep stuff, and the whole Amazonian fight stuff that was better, and yeah, we got some additional character stuff with Aquaman. Like there's so like the character development I thought was awesome, with the Alfred and Batman relationship, the things that I wish that they did better with. I do wish there was more Superman in it. Superman doesn't come into about 3 hours, 3 hours, 10 minutes. I do wish there was more. The stuff that he was in, like honestly, I got borderline emotional with it. Like when he comes in, like when he's back at the Kent kind of farm, and he's like playing in the fields with his hands, he's like remembering nature and everything. Like in the butterfly, these butterflies are in Man of Steel, the same ones. Like when he's around the Kent farm, they have close-ups of him, the same design. Like that's why and he's like playing with them in his hand. I thought, oh man, look at the kind of the development and just the detail that they put into this. Like he's playing with it and he's smiling with a butterfly, and he's got his mother on one arm and Lois on the other arm, and then he's remembering both fathers. I'm like, what is this? And you hear ding, ding, there's a score, and man, I love all that stuff. Like honestly, borderline getting like teary-eyed watching that stuff. And then obviously the black suit and stuff. Again, that was not even an hour we had with him. I wish there was more of that. The other criticisms I will say is I don't love I like the Flash's action stuff as well. Like that is some of the best. I just love the slow motion and just how it over the lightning and stuff. Like we'll come to that obviously towards the end, but I don't love Barry Allen as a character. I don't really find him that funny either. I think that's maybe Ezra Miller, maybe a little bit, but
he's less funnier in this version than he was
like I don't.
Yeah.
When even apart from his dad, I like his dad stuff, and I did like the obviously scene in the with Batman with Bruce Wayne in his apartment. So I do like that, but everything else with him, I just don't find it funny. Like I don't know, the jokes don't hit for me. That's the biggest criticism I have is that character. They just don't fly with me. But him in the suit doing his thing is like next level 6.
Yeah, which I would have wanted to see more of. But it's him saving Iris. Like that's obviously teasing his movie, which
I believe she's in it, right? I think she's
yeah. So if that ever happens, we supposed to get the movie years ago.
Need to film it first, right? Yeah,
absolutely. So I won't believe that movie's coming out until they start shooting. But you brought up Superman, so I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of break it down character by character. But Superman's a great place to start. So I honestly thought that once we hear that they were going to do some additional photography and stuff like that for the Snyder Cut, and then bringing Superman back in, I thought we were going to get way more than what we got. You're right. He didn't show up. I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
I was watching the clock. It was after 3 hours. It was 3 hours 5 or 8.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, where's Superman? Where's Superman? Where's Superman? And I'm like, where is he? And then once they brought him back, we kind of saw that scene already where he's fighting them. So I'm just like, they just kind of staged it a little bit differently, but it's pretty much the same scene.
The end, so
it's different.
When I say Superman, yes, his actual Clark Kent, Henry Cavill stuff, yes, there's no additional stuff with him, but there is additional stuff with Lois and with Martha. That's what I did like. So I did like their own, the very human, obviously, mother-daughter, mother-in-law stuff, relationship there. I like the way she goes to visit the statue, the broken statue. She gets the coffee for the guy.
Keeps doing it all the time.
Yeah. So you know why she's there. Yeah. Because in the original, I was like, how the hell is she there? Like, although he does say, Batman does say she's a secret weapon and stuff.
Yeah.
I do get that. But it's like, why is she there? That's just weird. Like, well, now you kind of get it because she goes there every day. So it's like, oh, okay, that's like a convenient plot point that matches up. So I do like the additional Lois stuff. And because the more Lois you get, the more you get with the score and that kind of stuff. Like, because anytime you hear, I turn into like a giddy 7-year-old, like, oh, where is he? Like, is he coming?
It's
like,
a good score. It's a good score.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, Man of Steel is one of my favorites of all time. So just seeing these, I feel like I'm watching Superman. I feel like I'm watching Man of Steel 2 with these. So yes, there's no Henry Cavill, much more Henry Cavill. There isn't, that's the truth. But there is more of Lois and just being in that kind of like, you get more of them. So they are part of the Superman lore, of course. So yes, that was good. But I want Superman too.
I just wanted more of him. Like the fact that he just kind of just, I remember. I was just like, really? You just remember just like that? And the fact that the black suit is just, there's no explanation to why he's wearing it.
No, there isn't. Yeah, I was expecting, but they are the suits that are in Man of Steel. Though. They're the same suits that are there.
Oh, I
Each
know,
one,
but yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Why is it black or?
Yeah, because we see the red one. It's there, and at the end of the movie, he's wearing the red one. So why? I'm thinking like, oh, the black suit's gonna be like there to like in the comics, recharge him. Give him back some of his powers, or give him back his memory, or something. I thought there'd be an
or like
explanation.
his father visits him, and like because they wear black on on
something. And I was waiting for it because we see it but like he gets his memory back just like that. No explanation there, and he just is wearing it. No explanation. So that was like I think that was a missed opportunity to give us a reason why he's wearing it, not just because it looks cool, which it does look cool, but. I just think like if you're gonna have him change suits, can I please get a reason? Even if it's a dumb reason.
Okay, that's fair.
Give me something. Anything.
I was expecting that as well. If you just see the trailers, you're like, why is he in a black suit? And you don't actually get the answer. You just because it's there and he wears it. So yes, I wanted the answer too, but I like what I did get. So
say the other suit got damn. Say I don't care if it's a dumb reason, but at least then you give me a reason, and it's up to me to accept it or not. But just to be like. Yep, I'll walk right past the red one. Oh, look, black one. I haven't worn that one yet. And just put it on. It's like, really? Okay, whatever. But I did like his fight with Steppenwolf much better this time than last time. And then kind of seeing where we don't know what happens to him because obviously we don't know what the plans were going forward and initially were. Obviously, we see the nightmare scene, which we'll get to. But
I like the Cyborg kind of nightmare stuff as well, where he's kind of where Darkseid puts his hand on his shoulder and all that stuff, and that was cool as well. So that stuff, again, that's additional stuff that we didn't get or kind of variations of it. So I did like that. But yeah, I mean, everything you're saying that's correct about Superman. But
well, you brought up Darkseid. Let's bring Darkseid up because he really wasn't in the theatrical cut at all. And I remember just when they were doing Justice League and the fact that we're getting Darkseid, I was just like, oh yeah. And the fact that like, oh no, we didn't get him. And this was like, oh yeah, we're getting Darkseid, and we really didn't get him a lot. I was like, that's another disappointment. Where it's like, and maybe that's just me. My expectations were just wrong because I'm thinking we're actually going to see Darkseid in action, and all we really got to see was like flashback of him and like coming down and with the hammer thing. But it's just kind of him being stoic, so the portrayal of Darkseid is right. Him being stoic, kind of like above everything. I'll send my minions to do everything, and then we kind of leave it where he's getting set up to invade Earth. But I thought we would get just a little taste of him going up against maybe Superman. Or going up against it, but we didn't get it. It was teased like nobody's business. But again, that was another thing where maybe my expectations were just wrong. But hearing that we were going to get Darkseid and we just really were teased with Darkseid, we're just like, oh man. So thoughts about Darkseid?
Well, I think that's what they've got, right? In terms of that's what they filmed. So in terms like maybe that we were going to get Darkseid. So obviously you presume that we were, but it's not going to happen. So in this movie. No, there's no Darkseid. Yes, was that disappointing? Absolutely. But I understand that, in Justice League 2 and 3 that he was supposed to come in kind of thing. Obviously, that wasn't the case in this one. Would I have liked to seen that battle? Yes, or more of him? Absolutely. But yes, I thought he looked good. The little involvement he did have, I did like. Again, obviously, we're going to go to Steppenwolf. But Steppenwolf, as soon as he sees him, the armor comes off immediately, bows to him. Love all that. Again, it's all world building. It's all mythology. So this stuff
absolutely.
We didn't get anywhere near this stuff. So
no,
I love that stuff. And
well, we did kind of see.
I did want more, but it was enough.
Yeah, we did kind of see the nightmare scene of him like killing Aquaman. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Omega beams underwater.
Yes,
that looked amazing.
Nice. Teams over Superman.
Amazing. Oh yeah, amazing. Well, you brought up Steppenwolf. Let's bring up Steppenwolf. So this time, the CGI on him looked so much better with the little armor parts keep moving and everything. He looked breathing. So much better. He was more convincing as a villain. He's still, to me, he's not worthy of fighting the Justice League. He's not worthy. But I get it, but I still think like you could have picked somebody else, but that's besides the point. It is what it is. I like him fighting the Amazons, where him just like throwing horses, like that whole scene was incredible. I loved all that. Your thoughts on Steppenwolf?
Yeah, same kind of thing. So to be honest, I gotta be honest. I know literally the conversation around him is, oh, the CG was so bad in the original. I didn't think it was that bad, you know. Like I didn't know, like it was not amazing, but I didn't mind it. Like it's like there's worse things in that movie that I'm concerned about than the CG on Steppenwolf. I thought it was okay. But it's so much better in this one. Yes, of course. I like the way he keeps speaking to Desaad about, you know, getting permission on, again, just character building. Like you understand, like, oh, okay, I know why he's getting the boxes now. Or, oh, I know why he's trying to work on Darkseid. Or, you know, he's enslaved hundreds and thousands of worlds or whatever. He's paying off a debt. Okay, I get that. And he is strong as well, like with the Amazonians. Yes, I get that. So, yeah, I do kind of hear what you mean. Like he isn't at that level to take on the Justice League, but that's why he loses, right? That's why he gets his, you know, decapitated. And well, it does take Superman to come in to do that, but yeah, like he is, yeah, he's not worthy. He's not the end game for these. It is Darkseid. So I do understand that. And yeah, I love on the with Darkseid previously learning how he kind of takes his beating before on Earth, with everyone coming together, all the heroes, all the old gods, whatever, and all that stuff. And like now there's like 5 of them. So I just kind of, even just the optics of seeing all of that, you know, the armies and you know, Zeus and all these people, and then now you just got literally the 5 Justice League. It's like, oh my god, like they've got so much to. So I did, you know, it's exciting watching it for me. And yes, Steppenwolf, I thought, yeah, particularly with the Amazonian fighting, was great. And I kind of like the way he died. Like I like the way he got decapitated. Instead of cutting off his sword or whatever, his axe, like, yeah, so much better. Yes, and yes, going to different worlds and him, yes, just different locations, seeing him in different locations, and obviously killing Cyborg's dad as well. So, well, he didn't literally do it, but he was there. So, yes, it all super. Yeah, he was just a more interesting villain for me in this time. So, yeah, so definitely liked it.
Yeah, his character did get a bump up, so he benefits. That his character benefits a lot from the Snyder cut. I do think the Whedon cut, the fight between him and Steppenwolf and Superman was longer, and I appreciated that more because it gave Superman more to do. In the Snyder cut, which is hard to believe, Superman, because that fight is so short, he really doesn't have a lot to do.
No, because like you can't hang with Superman. Like there's nothing.
No, when Superman comes up, it's like it's over.
You're finished.
Yeah. He was getting his ass kicked easily. And that's one of the things that shocked me. It was just like, Superman does not have that much to do, but when he does show up, it's pretty much like he puts the scales on the Justice League side, and then like Steppenwolf, he's
but
done.
I do like the teasing of it, like as well of the Superman. Like I've not seen anyone move like this before as powerful except for one. Like you know, they're just like a overall. The whole movie they're trying to find a way to defeat him, and you know, try to wake up, you know, the strongest being. And the whole, obviously, why the mother boxes awaken is because of Superman dying. So I do love that. So although we don't get him per se, like we get more story around the Superman. He looms
over it the entire time.
A bit like Luke in The Force Awakens. Like he's not there. You want him there, but the story it is there, is rooted. So you're getting the kind of surrounding, and it's kind of coming.
He doesn't have a lot of dialogue either.
He doesn't.
No. He doesn't have a lot of dialogue either, which is like...
I'm just as good. Don't get me wrong. Superman is my favorite superhero of all time. But, like I said, I don't know. It's better than the first, so... You know,
I mean, in some ways, yes, but in other ways, no. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But speaking of favorite characters, mine is Batman, of course. So let's just kind of go to him. I did like him kind of bringing the team together. I did like that aspect. I mean, we got that in the Whedon cut. I do like it here again as well. He has a lot more to do. The scenes are a little bit weirder now. Like his scene with Barry is similar but different. His scenes with Aquaman are similar but different. Same thing with Diana. He kind of has less to do in this version than he did in the Whedon cut, or is that just me?
I think less hero stuff, but more
more Wayne, more Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yeah. But I do like when Superman wakes up, like he has the metal, the way to absorb the energy instead of what he was doing previously, like cowering like a coward, and then
I like that they explained that, like, hey, I can take that
like one-time use and like just enough to survive for them few seconds. So I did like that. I do like him and Alfred. I thought Alfred was great in this. Like he's got way more screen time.
He had way more to do.
And yeah, like it's particularly not necessarily right at the start, but throughout the movie, he gets more faith. Like he literally I think Alfred discusses with him, he doesn't have hope at the start of the movie, but he returns, and then when they're kind of bringing the Superman thing back and they're having the ideas of it, Alfred's telling him no, like it's not a good idea. Don't flag the red cape. And he's like, no, we need have faith, Alfred. And this is like, what? Okay, so he's had a character journey, a development in this where he's gone from being ultra moody, sulky, dark to like, oh no, we need him now. Like I owe him this. This is the faith that I believe in, kind of thing. And building up this lore of Superman being this like Christ-like figure to bring balance to the story. So I got all that in this. So yes, definitely. I like him and Wonder Woman as well. The kind of cute touching hands moment. I thought that was nice. And yeah, and he has some funny scenes in it as well for me. His humor, obviously I'm rich moment, of course, is funny.
Yeah.
And just little sarcastic things here and there. Like I said, him and Alfred, and they seem like equals to me. Like they work together, and even that introduction scene where each one of them like says something to him or references him or acknowledges him in a respectful way. Like, he says, "I work for him," right?
Yeah, I know. I like this. Like, this is Alfred. I work for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he kind of does run everything, so in a sense, he kind of does. That's always a dynamic between Batman and Alfred. That he kind of really does work for him, even though like Alfred obviously is the butler, but in a lot of the portrayals of Batman, Alfred is really like running his life, and Batman is just living.
Does the fighting.
Yeah. Alfred's really running everything, so
he's in his ear the whole time.
Yeah, in a sense, he kind of does work for Alfred because Alfred is maintaining and fixing everything and whatnot. But I wish, like, and obviously this is not this movie's fault, but I wish that there was more of a character development between Batman and Superman, where they actually like became more friendly after B versus S. B versus S obviously was rushed, and we don't need to go into that. But I would have liked to see Batman kind of feel really bad about Superman dying, and him kind of debating, should we or shouldn't we really bring this man back? Or like, I just wanted him to have more of a development about that specific, because that's looming over this whole thing, especially once they figure out, not can we could, now should we? Now so I wanted to see more of that kind of like, should we or shouldn't we, or could we? Like just kind of more of this like that, instead of just, nah, we're doing it. Even when they were doing it, everybody's like, he's like, no, just do it. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to see more character development from him. Yes, we got some, but I would just, again, with a 4-hour cut, you think you're going to get more character development. We did get more, but I was just expecting a lot more of these slower moments where we get to learn more about Bruce and Diana and even Superman. That's what I thought the Snyder Cut was going to give us. Again, maybe that's just the wrong expectation I had, but that's just kind of what my thought process was.
Do you like Ben Affleck as Batman? Because
I do.
I was going to say I do. I do notice that he looked quite different though throughout the movie. Like he looked bulkier, and then like obviously right at the end he's like really slim and skinny. He looks great, facially.
I think that's the additional stuff that they may have shot.
Yeah, but he looks completely different. Like not even then, like towards the middle as well. Like at the start, he looks like really like almost too big, like kind of thing. And then because I think that's important for Batman, in the suit, and it's worth talking about. And then just throughout the movie, he just looks completely different. And then he looks big again, then looks slightly smaller, and then big again, and then he's super skinny at the end. So I did find that a bit weird, but I really like him as Batman, like an older, grizzled one, but still one that has faith, because you have to have faith with these. We're talking about intergalactic beings and teaming up people and things like that. So like I think Alfred addressed that rightly at the start. Like maybe you, in this way, is not the best way to recruit people, because you're like super dark and gloomy, but you have to have faith, with these individuals, with Superman and and that kind of thing. So I did like that aspect of it. Yeah, would you want to see him and Superman? Obviously, yes, team together. But Superman, is dead half the movie, well, 3/4 of the movie.
Yeah.
So you can't. But even I like the stuff at the end with him and just saying, "Oh, congratulations!" and I bought. That's great, man. Of course, it's Superman and Batman. It's Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. What's not to like? So yes, that was all. That was really nice. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Superman was not alive for the majority of it. So really
Yeah,
good.
which is it is what it is. I just want to see, because we got so little of it in the theatrical cut. I thought we were gonna get more this time, and we just
And I
didn't.
actually thought,
They have good chemistry together. That's why I'm like,
yeah,
I want to see
of course.
more of it.
I thought we'd get more of him in the fight scene at the end as well. I thought
Yeah,
Batman is a little short changed. He just kind of got his goggles on, just staying on the outside
yeah.
and like just shooting things. And I was like, oh, are you not getting involved with the other guys? Like, because he's got a different suit on as well, and like he doesn't like. What's the need for him to wear a different suit, kind of thing? So
Yeah,
I thought he was going to go underwater. Or I don't know. So because he wears some weird goggles and stuff. So that's not really
he had a lot
explained.
more to do in the theatrical cut than
Yes, he
this
did.
one. So
He did. I agree with that.
his character sacrificed a lot in especially the final battle scene to give more people more things to do. So,
Yeah.
which it's fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Let's start getting to the people who got more screen time. Cyborg. So Cyborg is pretty much, he has a lot to do in this movie, and the CGI on him looks way better. Like before in the theatrical, he was wearing that stupid sweatshirt, the sweater, or that hoodie all the time, and I'm just like, you're hiding his CGI because it sucks. And when they didn't have it on, it looked bad. He looked way better this time, so that's a plus. I did like the stuff with his dad, which again, just me, wanted more of it. And seeing his dad, I wanted more of his dad as well. The way, because they're dynamic, I wanted to kind of see more of like that, like, oh my God, my son has been injured. What do I do? Like, should I use this on the box? Like, kind of that back and forth, because like that's a big decision that you make to use, because you don't know what that thing's gonna do. That's not something you just like, I'm gonna use it and then just do it. You don't do that. So I want to, like, that kind of stuff. Again, you have a 4-hour movie. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking to see more of, and we didn't, which is fine. Again, I said at the top, we got more style than substance. So stylistically, this movie looks amazing, but just substance-wise, I think it was still just more, it was lacking. But that being said, Cyborg looked amazing. I liked his character. I would say way more this time than last time. Bogz, what do you think?
Yeah. So in terms of the mother box, though, I will say that like his son is literally just one arm, a head, and half a torso. Like,
Yeah.
what you've got to lose? Like, do you know what I mean? You might as well use the mother boxes, because if they can, fix him somehow or give him, some extra abilities, or whatever, you may as well. Like, for me, there's no decision to be made. Like, if there's this power that's there that can be used, like your son's on his deathbed anyway, pretty much. So, for me, I was like, I understood that I didn't need that extra stuff. That's fair.
That's
like,
fine.
it would have been cool to see, like the having to make the decision and him seeing the pressure on him. But I thought you kind of saw that afterwards, like with him, always kind of struggling with decisions and things like that. Is that I of course, like, being so dismissive of Cyborg and having absolutely no interest in him, like, to now getting this stuff, just even the start, like with the whole mother stuff, like, as seeing him as an athlete, getting him, if they're having that car and he's crying in the car, and then as soon as he's crying, as soon as you're invested, like the car crashes, he tries to save his mom. I'm like, what? Like, why would you take this out? Like, this is actually sick. And then obviously getting everything built and getting his extra powers and learning like all of his abilities and how strong he is. He's almost too strong. Like, he's almost too on point. Like, he control everything, and everything digital. He has the ability to control nuclear weapons, and like, he's just so key to the story, and they can't do it without him. And yes, I do love the extra family elements to it, and I liked his dad as well. His dad's great. Like, I could have had more. Yeah, to be honest, and even having that understanding, having the issues with his father, but having the same time when he does come to save with the other kind of people, and his dad's there, and they do have the small trying to rectify, trying to redeem, and then his dad's death scene is great, of course. Like all this time, I was kind of a little bit annoyed with Ray Fisher, because I was like, what are you arguing about? There's nothing in the story. Like, why are you claiming this Snyder cut stuff, or not in terms of the other stuff, but like, I'm saying, why are you so like defensive over this movie? But now I know, like, this was unfair. Like, this is some excellent storytelling. The guy's awesome in the movie. I think his acting is great as well.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
his first time movie role. Like, what? And also the end scene where he's kind of where he sees his family and he has to kind of he understands that he has to
Yeah.
sacrifice that because this is not real and stuff. And I just love that he has to put the mother boxes together and separate them, and then when he wakes up from that dream, the first thing he says is Superman, and then you're like, what? And then Superman has to come and separate them. I just like him and Superman working together. And
Yeah.
Black Suit, visually, it looked great. It looked great.
It did.
So
It did.
I was so glad we got these extra footage and visuals and storytelling of him, and he can get his. Now people can put respect on that character and the guy in real life because they've had to go through a lot with this. So yeah, like the guy is a serious good story arc. And particularly that mother scene, like that. I don't think I got teary-eyed, but I thought, oh man, like he's crying in the car about his dad. He's like, no, man, don't talk about that. And then he starts to get sad, and then immediately goes to protect his mother. It's like like such good storytelling, man. And yeah, like I love that scene, and yeah, the guy absolutely loved the Cyborg stuff. So yeah, I was shocked about how good it was.
Yeah, but I also wanted more of it. Like I wanted to see like him starting to figure out his powers and like kind of figure out how his tech worked because he just seemed like he just knew what he was doing right out of the bat. Just like, oh yeah, I can do this.
As soon as you heard
like,
the tape, it's like, oh yeah, I can lock into it now.
Like
but,
you just know what you're doing right out of the bat. Like the fact that his arm just like started to turn into a
you
cannon.
saw him with the flying thing.
Yeah.
With his like I don't know what you call it, like the jetpack stuff. That he
Yeah,
had all
jet
around.
propulsions. Yeah.
Yeah, but after I know what you're saying, the actual technology stuff, you just can just use it basically. That's the,
Yeah, but okay, but like I know that it's a trope, like superhero, like learning how to use his. Like I know it's a trope, but in certain cases, it makes sense. He's a whole
like
new
see him
person
fail
now.
first, or at least, and then
Yeah,
get the like we see that with Flash. He fails, because he's not OP, he's not on point totally, or Superman obviously.
we'll get to the Flash.
Fail all the time, but
yeah, but we see his arm turn into like a cannon when he sees Superman because he's like, oh, my suit is threatened, so I'm gonna automatically like. You could have teased something like that ahead of time. That just came out of nowhere. Just like, oh, you can't control your suit. You're just doing it on it's on autopilot. So it's just like it's little things like that where you can build to stuff like that. I would have loved to have seen that. And again, for our movie, you think you're gonna get that kind of stuff. I know I keep saying it, but again, I was expecting more character development and more stuff like that. And sadly, we didn't get it. But whatever.
I was just happy with the emotional moments. To be
Oh
honest,
yeah, well yeah, that's
non-existent, absolutely non-existent before. So I was like, "Whoa, this is like," for me, it was enough.
Yeah. Well, let's get to another person who got a lot of more screen time. The Flash, another character where I would have learned to see him kind of figure out his powers a little bit more because we got teased that he's like, I don't know what I'm doing, or well, in the Josh Whedon movie, he's just like. Yeah, I just push people away. Like he was a lot more funnier in that one. This one, it's kind of just
I
like
agree. Yeah, I agree.
He's like the annoying little brother in this, where he's just like kind of there. But I agree with you. When he's using his powers, he's good. Otherwise, he's just like, shut the hell up, Barry. Stop talking and just run. But I love the scene when he saves Iris. I love that. Like the fact that he just like everything slows down for him. He busts through the glass. He pulls her out. Plays with her hair.
And a rip is like instant.
Yeah, plays with her hair for like I was like, what the hell are you doing?
That's why I don't like it.
That was weird.
And then he picks the hot dog like because you don't know what he's doing with it. For like, what are you like? Are you gonna eat? Like, why are you like? Just save her first, and then.
Well, but it does show like how quick his mind is moving. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just save that for later with the dogs, but. All the stuff where he's
even like
his
getting
powers.
the CV out of his pot. Like, why are you getting a crumpled CV?
Yeah, I didn't like.
It's not funny. Like,
it's like it's definitely not funny, and it's just like it kind of portrays his character. Like, why would he be this immature and like stupid about it?
Exactly.
Like, you can easily just gone back and got a fresh one, or whatever. Why would you stick with that crumpled? Well, like whatever. And then for him to just have the crime lab job at the end when he was trying to get a dog sit, like that just came out of nowhere. Just like, hey, I got this job. Like,
why are you trying to get a dog job? Like, come on.
Like, did Bruce set that up for you? Like, how did he get that job at the end? I don't know. But yeah, the CG on him and his running Wow, looked great.
It's serious. Yeah, it's serious.
But just his character, we didn't get a lot of character development more of him. We just got to see more of him doing his thing, which I like to see more of stuff with his dad. Because now I think in the Flash movie we're not getting his dad. I think so. I thought we were gonna get a lot more of Iris because she's only in that one scene.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought like when I heard they cut her out, I think, oh, they cut her scene. They just cut her scene. Like she's just in that one scene. That's it. So I know my expectations about the Flash were again wrong. But your thoughts on the Flash?
Yeah, so I didn't really like that opening scene. Apart from like the shoes breaking, I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I did
You know,
like
the little details, okay, I do like, but not like I didn't find it funny, and I could see what they were trying to do, but it was like, yeah, okay, let's just get to the. But in the suit, like the, it's just sick. Particularly the end stuff, I was like, what when he gets cut?
Yeah, and he's like, I gotta heal.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And the effects, he's like, even I don't know, weird. Like I like the way he runs, like in slow motion, and like just the design of it. And he's running through faster than he's ever run before. He has to run through space and time to because they all died. Like it was finished then, so he's running through it and rewinding time. I love seeing all that, and you know, even I like the way he's just running around in circles until they need him. Because I forgot what they did in done the whole Russian family weirdness.
We're saving people.
All gone. Yeah.
Well, that's all Whedon stuff.
Yeah, I'm like it. Yeah, just anytime he uses his super speed, even you know, it was in the Whedon one, but I loved the whole Superman scene when he's running around and Superman slowly. No. Yeah, that's all in it before, but that's great. That is so great, man. Like no one can see him or catch up apart from Superman. He's there anyway. Even Superman's slow, but compared to him, but he can still keep pace and spots him. Yeah, there's some great stuff. And like when he trips over and just seeing him powers in general, like it's absolutely fantastic. Some of that, the kind of lore and the movement around it and the CG, yeah, the Flash stuff is like, it's so impressive. You want to see more of it. Like it's so cool. But yeah, just when he's Barry Allen, I'm not feeling it. I don't know if it's Ezra Miller. I don't know if it's the writing. I don't know if it's the jokes that they use. They can call them Caesar as far as I'm concerned. It's him as the Flash. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe, I don't know, because I didn't really watch any of the Flash DC other stuff, so I know people love that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's if that stuff is totally different to this, or if that's better or not. But it doesn't sit with me. That was the most disappointing thing of the whole thing, was his just basic jokes and scenes and stuff. I was like rolling my eyes with some of his scenes. But in the suit, he's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, because in the Whedon cut, we got to see him explain his suit. There's a lot more explanation. In this, he's just like, right. He's just like, in this I'm the Flash. I know what the Speed Force is. Like I've done all this. It's like, really? You're just saying it. We haven't seen anything. No. Like he already has his rules and everything. Like, oh, I can't do. I don't want to do that. Like, or really? We haven't seen any of that. Again, I thought we were gonna get more explanation of like, not necessarily maybe how he got his speed, because you could say that for his movie, but just like him, like, hey, I've done this before and bad things happen. I don't want to do that again, but all right, fine, I'll do it again. It's like more explanation of more character development for him. He's just there and cracking bad, stupid jokes with the dogs and like that. He came off as whiny in this more than funny. And I don't know if again
I didn't even find him funny with other characters, like with Aquaman. I did like some I didn't mind some of the scenes though. Obviously we're coming to Aquaman soon, but just like him in his jokes with the other characters, I didn't find funny throughout the movie. Like not just at the start or anything. I was just like, oh man.
Well, you could see that they were planting the seeds for, because Cyborg was supposed to be in the Flash movie, and you could see that they had scenes together, and even at the end posing scene,
and the grave stuff,
we can do their fist bumpings, so like you could see that there were plans to have more with them together, and obviously unfortunately we're not going to get that now. But they actually had nice chemistry together, which I would have liked to see more of. Like I would have loved to see them having like a jokey back and forth about, hey, what can your suit really do, or how fast can you really go, or like that kind of stuff.
I did like him and Superman racing in the Whedon cut, that was kind of cool, because I was like, oh yeah, like you don't think of, that'd be just cool to see. So I was a bit sad that I got caught out, but
that's not Zack Snyder's style. Like this movie just screams Zack Snyder. The look, the style, the shot. It's like if you didn't know who shot this movie, and you know Zack Snyder style, like, oh, this looks like Zack Snyder. Oh,
Yeah.
it is. Duh. Well, you brought up Aquaman. Bring up Aquaman. I hated Aquaman in their Whedon cut. I hate him. He just came off as a surfer dude with a my man. All right, yeah, all right. It's just like that's just kind of how he was, like this big surfer dude coming in on the
Yeah,
tide.
no.
I fucking hated it. So that's why when I went to Aquaman, I was like, my expectations are super low because I hated him in Justice League. He was not annoying in this. He just come off as like very straightforward, not like obviously unwilling to help, then helping basically for no reason. But I didn't like his character development. He really didn't have any. He just was like, nah, okay, and I'm fighting. I'll boo with you guys. Okay, so in a Whedon cut, he was just more of like surfer guy, unwilling. I just he didn't. His character didn't wasn't annoying, but he didn't have a lot to do either. In my opinion, what do you think?
So first of all, in the Whedon one, I did find him actually like probably not in a good way. Like I find him funny in a that joke with the girl Godot saying, "Oh, like you've got no powers, you're tripping over your own feet, and you are absolutely beautiful." Like what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, so like that was I did like that joke, and yeah, that my man, like I like that joke. I don't know, it's just like it's.
I don't know, but he was just saying it all over the time.
That's what I find it funny. I don't know. Probably I shouldn't find it funny, but he is the surfer dude, and they're the Justice League guy. Yeah. But I completely disagree about the character development. For me, he has some very important arcs in this. So, for when he identifies it, I think he says to Flash, like, we're relying on everything on this cyborg guy who's lost his father, or, he's just got his powers, he's a kid. Like, he was that kid. Like, he was that kid that, everything's relying on me in terms of the Atlanteans, the law, his mother. Obviously, the movie set before the Aquaman movie, but he's identified, like this, we shouldn't be doing this. Like he's got too much responsibility here. So I did like that. Like he's the one to identify the issue. And I absolutely love the scene when Batman is, he's going through the, I forgot which country it is, but he's finding his way to Aquaman right at the start of the movie.
Yeah.
And then he meets the kind of other, I don't know if they're Nordic people or something. And then he goes
in Iceland, I think.
Yes, that makes sense. And he takes his shirt off. And then the singing and stuff, because so for me in this whole DC universe and just DC characters in general, for me it's like they treat the other people in the world treat the Justice League and the superheroes like gods. Like the singing, I felt that was like sniffing the clothes, and that's like singing out of like a ritual thing. I thought, that is sick. That's like mythology building, like as opposed to we've just done a Falcon and Winter Soldier review, as opposed to like for seeing Falcon in that bank scene, they're like celebrities. These are like normal people with powers, but here they're gods. You've seen the Man of Steel and the Batman Superman scenes, like people grabbing them and praying to them, the statues and just the lore
that they build. Yeah,
there's ancient gods and Amazonia. Like what this is, and that singing scene I thought was so sick, man. Like that's just like wow, like the way that they respect the superheroes in this world is like, yes, like this is, it's like adult, it's like dark, it's like yes, I just love that singing scene. And yes, I did like I also like the way he killed Steppenwolf as well, like in the back. Like you never see that in superhero movies, like in the back on his trident. Yeah, like here, like I was like, whoa. And then
and they just gotta fling him up. And
yeah, that was cool, man. I was like, yo, this guy, yeah, I kind of weirdly liked him in the Joss Whedon one, but I like him more in this one. This is like, yeah, he gets some legit credit in this one. And in the underwater stuff with William Dafoe. William Dafoe's not in the original, right? So
no, you got
that. Yeah, and just some of the conversations he had, and I was looking at these old kind of ancestors and stuff. So I really liked Aquaman in this. So yeah, like definitely for me, the character building was there. Could I have more? Yeah, of course. But for me, there was enough legit stuff here. I was like, whoa, some of these scenes are like sick, I felt. So I was impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could only go up in my book from the last one because I just did not like him. But
he was surfer dude. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
But I find it funny because it doesn't belong in that movie, and it's just like, yeah, like, am I supposed to be laughing at this? So
yeah, I just found him really annoying. But like, he does have some good moments. And and I just like him just keep like you don't have to keep taking your shirt off. It's like oh, whatever, I'll just take my shirt
Well, they
off.
all do it, don't they?
Well,
Superman does it.
yeah, and I like I can understand why they would be singing. He is a god to them. Like he's bringing them fish when they don't have any food, and like, so he might as well just be a god to them for as far as they're concerned. So why wouldn't they worship?
This is
him?
mythology building, though. This
Yeah,
stuff is
yeah.
like not unusual. Like, you don't get this kind of stuff in the MCU. It's different, right? It's completely different.
Yeah,
This is
which
like comic book stuff. Like
good for
I
them.
felt like I was watching a comic book movie, and I loved this extra style of mythology world building stuff, man. I loved it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. I mean, I guess we hit every main character.
Wonder Woman, we haven't done.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. Wonder Woman. Um,
I'll go first if you want.
yeah, go ahead.
For me, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Wonder Woman. Not the character, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. I'm not at all the biggest fan. To be honest, I don't even really like a theme, like a score, things like I'm a big score guy as well. Like I just find it I find it a bit annoying, and some of her, particularly in the Wonder Woman movie, some of that slow action stuff gets tedious for me. I as well at times I think her acting is not great. Her physical action stuff isn't great either. Some of it as well, totally unbelievable sometimes. But in this is her best. I like her. No, I tell you, I think Batman and Superman is the best version of Wonder Woman. The little that you get of her in that. Well, she's in the whole movie, but the sprinklings of her.
Yeah, well, she's not Wonder Woman until the end, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But even I like the Diana in that one where
Yeah, I
she's
do too.
flirting with Batman the
Yeah.
whole time. And then you see this awesome, powerful woman, she's with the superhero even, with Batman and Superman, and they're like relying on her to beat the evil character and stuff. And like I love that. And then I didn't feel like I got that character in Wonder Woman or 84, 1984.
Oh, no,
Yeah. So, but this I saw a bit more of that same character from Batman v Superman in this. Particularly the action stuff. I thought that she was more serious in this. Like she was more of a warrior in this, particularly chopping off his head at the end. I was like, yes, good. Like, yeah, she's like getting him back for. So I like the Steppenwolf teasing her about, oh, you could have what you've let down your Amazonians.
People,
you're like,
you
you're like
there,
the strongest. Yeah, you could have stopped me. He knows, she wasn't stopping anything, but he was teasing her, like pushing her buttons. And I like that she just kind of fought through it, and kind of her being Batman's aide, and just her, even the little scene with Alfred. Some of the scenes, though, I will say that I could just see that Gal Gadot's just not a very good actress, and it is I don't roll my eyes at some of them, but it's like, can we just get to the like some of the scenes really like for me, I don't love her as Wonder Woman. That's my issue. There's so many other actresses you could get with her to be Wonder Woman. But yeah, it's like she's way better in this movie than in a like basically what I'm trying to say is Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman I prefer over Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman. And I saw more of the Batman Superman one in this. So yes, I did like her in this. But yeah, overall I don't love her. But she was I liked her in the movie.
Well, the problem is that there's two Wonder Womans. There's a Zack Snyder one, and there's
I know because people say it's in the past, so I do get that.
Yeah,
but I like this modern day one.
But even still, they act different, and obviously because like they're directed differently. But there should be the same character in whenever she appears. Sure. So in the Whedon cut, she had a lot more to do because I think they were coming off Wonder Woman and how well that movie did. So they gave her a lot more to do. So her character got shortchanged in this version because Zack's not necessarily reacting to Wonder Woman as much. So I don't have a problem with Gal Gadot's character. I like her as Wonder Woman. I did like the bank scene, like that whole like the terrorist scene. I love that.
Yeah, I like the fast action stuff is great. And when she kills the guys, and she actually kills the guys, like, do you know what I mean? Head splits open and stuff.
She like grabs him and flings into the wall. You can see the blood on the wall. Like all that stuff was great. Yes, but again, her character got shortchanged, so she didn't have as much to do as Diana won. as Wonder Woman, she's taking a little bit more of I wouldn't say a backseat, but she's more or less not driving the movie more so this time than in the Whedon cut. She's kind of co-piloting it with Batman, especially during for a lot of it. The flirtation stuff is pretty much gone, except for that one little oh, I was going to go
like,
for
oh,
that.
excellent. Yeah, that was cute. That was cute.
Yeah,
it's not like, I'm massaging you, or like, thingy's falling on me, like in the middle of a fight scene.
So I don't know.
I like the little girl scene as well. That was cute.
Yeah, of course. Like, you can do whatever you want. Which is stuff I like. Is she the best actress in the world? No. But I think for me with Gal Gadot, I think she knows her ranges, and she just keeps her foot right up to what her range is. I don't think they give her stuff that she can't handle, but she can't rise above that either. I think she knows exactly how to play it. For me.
No, I get that, but that's why I think that she can't be in it like too much, because she can't, like, she, as you said, she's not the best actress in the world. So in terms of limited, particularly Diana stuff, like I think it's fine, because too much is too much, if that makes sense. So I'm fine with the amount.
She can pull off the action scene stuff off great, which is for the most part all she really did in this movie was action stuff. There's very little Diana Prince in this. So especially like once the Amazons send that arrow over, she's really pretty much just Wonder Woman for the majority of the movie.
She is, but she's with like Bruce Wayne a lot of the time, they're talking, and like when she goes to get the arrow stuff, and together around the table and things like that. So when they're talking about Rhea kind of igniting Superman and stuff. So I mean, for me, I'm fine with not seeing more of her acting, to be honest.
Well, we're gonna get a Wonder Woman 3, and I mean, who knows where if this was the original movie we got, who knows where it would have went. So I want to get to the nightmare scene, because I knew it was there. I'm like, where the hell is this nightmare scene? As we're watching the movie, I'm like, where is it? And it's just shows up at the end. I was like, oh, okay. Because again, hearing they brought Jared Leto to shoot the Joker, I'm thinking, we're gonna get more than one scene. We just got one. Whatever. So obviously it still plays off the thing that we saw in B versus S, where Lois is the key and it's all about Lois. So obviously somehow after the events of this movie, Lois is killed, Superman is pissed, and Darkseid takes over everything, and they're kind of like Batman's got this rag team of Joker, Deathstroke, Cyborg, Flash, and Mira. Because obviously Wonder Woman's dead, and Superman is bad now. So I like the nightmare scene. I really, really do. Stuff with the Joker stuff, it's like where Batman's like, I'm just gonna fucking kill you when this is over. And the stuff with Harley Quinn, just like how we get to find out what happened to her. So like this movie for me did so much of a good job of teasing what was supposed to come, or what was planned to come, that I think the movie then telling the original movie story that I was going to tell. Like I was really like, oh man, but then think like, we're probably never going to see any of this. So I love the nightmare stuff. Bogz, what do you think?
Yeah, because I was watching this. Obviously, you just summarized it well there. But I was watching this, and at the same time thinking, oh my god, like Darkseid stuff as well. Like how we're going to see that and this like stuff. With Superman going bad, and the dream stuff, and like other multiverse stuff, or like other dimensions, or like what is there? Like I don't know. It's some serious excitement, but will we ever see it? Who knows?
Yeah, because the Whedon cut did a much better job of them having an interaction where he comes down and Batman's tied up, and like. I like they teased that he showed up, but I would have liked, and he's in the red suit, and that's kind of where the movie ends. I would have liked to seen like something.
Well, it doesn't end there. There's one more surprise.
Well, yeah. But I'm like, that's where that ends. But I
Yeah.
would love to see like a back and forth of something there.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because even though you're planning more, like just to tease what's actually going on in that nightmare
Yeah, yeah.
scene of why he's like, yeah, Joker says like, yeah, Lois died, but
Like, why is
is
he in a
that
SWAT uniform? Like
yeah,
that
is
kind of
that
thing.
it?
No idea.
Like obviously they've been through the ringer before, like because Flash has got this whole armor thing on him.
Mm.
Cyborg's got this cannon on him
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
They've been through some shit, but I just would have liked to see a little bit more explanation, and that could just been told to us, not necessarily shown. You could tell me
Yeah.
that, but and the Joker did a little bit, but I just would have liked a little bit more.
Mm.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah, 100% wanted more. Because we don't really. That's just like we don't know. Yeah, the events of it or what. Like, yeah. Again, that was and it happened so late in the movie as well.
yeah,
Yeah, I would have definitely liked to see more of him. But yeah, obviously that was a newly filmed scene. So yeah, super interesting. And yeah, just wanted more, man. Like toward the last 10 minutes, I was just like, oh man, I just want more. I want to see another Justice League or another. I want to stay in this world. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I
And
don't
then
know.
I sort of time ticking away. I'm like, oh, we're not going to
Mm.
get as much of this nightmare scene as I thought.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That was another thing too. It was just it's unfortunate, but the way the
Hmm.
movie ended was like him waking up from that scene, and then just kind of you seeing this figure just kind of float down, and you think it's Superman, but
Yeah,
it's not. It's
100%.
Martian Manhunter, just kind of just like saying, "Hey, I'm here. If you need me, I'm here. Danger's coming. Darkseid's coming. We glad you got the team together. I'm here for the cause." And Bruce
I'll
is
be here
just
to
like,
help. And then yeah, that's it.
I don't know who you are, but okay. I like just is the weird thing of just like I don't know who you are, but
Yeah. Thanks.
great, buddy. Like we'll be in touch. I'm just like
Yeah.
he's an alien,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna be like,
Well, he's seen aliens before now, but at this
I
point,
know,
right? So
but you
he's
don't
like,
know who this guy
okay,
is.
whatever.
You don't know who he is.
Hmm.
He's floating. So obviously he's got power. It's not you didn't woke up. He's floating in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to him, just be like, all right, cool. Welcome to the team, buddy. Like that kind of stuff. It's like I did like that tease, and obviously we saw him earlier posing as Martha to Lois to kind of get her out of her funk. So I did like the tease of Martian Manhunter. He looked good too. He looked good too.
I don't know, because I swear I did not know that was from that lowest scene. I thought, what the hell is that? Like, I didn't know it was Martian Manhunter until the Batman scene. I was like, oh, that's Martian. Like, because he doesn't look the same as he does in.
Well, he kind of showed himself, and then he went back to his human form. He was the
Yeah,
general from
it was quick.
Man of
Yeah, it was,
Steel. Yeah.
yeah, of course, it was quick. But I was like, who is that? Like, It looked like a crawl, like rather than Martian Manhunter. And I don't know. It was just like because Martian Manhunter is like really green, and this is like got a lot of texture
Yeah,
to it. And
he's not as green as you would think. Yeah.
yeah, it just until he said the name, I was like, oh, okay. Like I was maybe that was just me, but I didn't catch it straight away. But yeah, I wasn't too surprised that Bruce was not super surprised at that or like his reaction because he's dealing with Superman and Steppenwolf and Darkseid and whatever now. So it's like, and plus I was just so impressed of how Ben Affleck looked in that scene. Like obviously this was a newer scene. He looked super slim. He just looked great. He just seemed like a grizzled veteran at this point to say, okay, understood. Now, okay, I'll call you if I need you, basically. And then yeah, obviously they do the scene where build it, tell them about the table, about the other,
Yeah, about building the Hall of Justice and stuff like that. Yeah.
for him and the other characters and stuff, Green Lantern, whatever. But yeah, like I was fine with it. Yes, initially I thought, oh, he's a bit cool, like for this situation, but yes, I understand. Like he's been through it now. Like it's the faith that they talk about. Like he's got the faith to trust in the team, to trust in Superman, that kind of thing. So an alien coming to see him at this point now, I don't think was massively surprising, and I thought his reaction was fine for me.
No, but there's faith in them just having blind faith. Just like this being that just floats down in front of you, like I'm here to help. Oh, but okay, I guess so. Especially coming out of that nightmare scene, you're just like like shit's coming. Like you're just gonna blindly
Yeah.
trust this alien? Like, I don't know. Maybe
No,
it
because
might.
I don't know, because maybe what he's saying, right? He's saying that, oh, I'm here to protect. I can,
Yeah.
I've been in the shadows, kind of thing, but now I'm here to help. Because he's offering. It's not like Steppenwolf saying, I'm coming to take over the world.
No,
Like,
no, no.
he's literally saying, I'm here to help.
It may have worked better if he showed up in his human form and then transformed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like I think that might have worked better for me. Just like because then you could like, oh, I know that guy. Oh, you're actually this, and then oh, you have powers. Okay, now then it would make more sense to trust him. But just like this person he's never seen before, I don't know. Just kind of, he's the world's greatest detective, but there's no way you can read off of that. But again, that's a little thing which I'm not going to hold the movie. I'm not going to, no, it's not going to kill me. But it's just a little thing that was like, would Batman really be that trusting that quickly? Whatever. But that's pretty much the movie. Again, a lot of people like on Rotten Tomatoes, it's like a 97% audience score. I think it's the critics had it last time it was like 75, which is way better than the Whedon cut for sure. Like no comparison.
45, the Whedon one.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like people did not. And I was part of that camp. Did not like the Whedon cut. This cut again. I've been saying it. I wanted more and more and more, but again, if you just tell me without me knowing anything, hey, we're getting a Snyder cut. It's gonna be 4 hours. My brain is just gonna automatically think we're gonna get a lot more, like we've been saying before, a lot more character development, a lot more action, a lot more what have you. And the character development stuff just was lacking for Superman, for Batman, for the Flash, for Cyborg, and for almost all of them. All of them, I was like, wow, for a 4 hour movie, I still was sitting there. I want more. Like I don't know why I shouldn't feel that way. Like
Yeah, true.
But again, that's how I felt. But again, with all that being said, it's still way better than the Whedon cut. Way better. Does it need to be 4 hours? No. I think you can still have the same movie, it being three. Yeah, you can have a 3 hour movie and pretty much have the exact same movie. There's a lot of substance and stylistic stuff that just slows the movie down for no reason at all. So that's just my overall final thoughts. Boggs, you?
Yeah, so in terms of the length, I mean, I'm fine with it. Yes, could they have cut the end stuff out? The Martian Manhunter stuff out? Yeah. Could they have cut the joke stuff out? Yeah. They could even cut out the Lex Luthor stuff out. Yeah, and just ends it with him opening the S at the end, like the Joss Whedon one. I think it finished like that as well. Could have finished there, to be honest.
Yeah, because the other the boat stuff was an end credit scene or
yes,
that was
end credit
same
scene.
thing with the Flash stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. That was the second one. Yeah, they could have finished there. Really, if I'm being perfectly honest, I thought the first hour was a little slow. I was like checking the time quite a bit there because I thought, oh, is it only 45 minutes, like that kind of thing. So, but no, overall, I really liked it. Like, is it perfect? No. Like, I definitely wanted more Superman, but I got character development in this much more. And it's the way they do it, like Zack Snyder does it. Like, I just really like his storytelling sometimes, like the Cyborg stuff. Yeah, could they do more? Fair, that's fair. But the way, the short amount that you do get and the way he does it, it's like it's emotionally impacting, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, oh, it's like it's really good as well. Like it looks visual, the music's great. So like the Cyborg stuff, the Aquaman stuff that I mentioned, this very short stuff that you do get with Superman. Like I said, like the Arthur stuff, the Steppenwolf stuff. Yeah, better ending, better CG. Yes, definitely like it. So are we gonna rate this or?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like again, I just think this movie, especially with the boat stuff, just like him to instead of changing it to like, oh, we should come up with our own team. It's like, no, Bruce Wayne is Batman. Have fun with that. Yeah, rate it out of 1 out of 10. What are you gonna give it?
I will give it. I think I'm going to say 8.5. 8.5
okay.
Because yeah, I'm going to go strong. I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it 8.5. Maybe if I change my mind, it could go to a 9 some points.
Ooh,
like
okay.
I really liked it. Yeah. It might. Yeah. No. I think.
How many times have you watched it?
Once. Okay. Yeah, I might watch it tonight actually again. if there was more Superman in it, I would be going high. I would be going 9.5. Like that. I really liked it. I like the adult themes in it. Love the additional stuff. But yes, Superman is my favorite. He was for me not enough. But yes, I really, really, really liked it. I didn't mind the Josh Whedon one. I quite liked it, if I'm being perfectly honest. I didn't love it. Liked it. This, I pretty much love it. So I'd say 8.5 out of 10 is fair.
No, I think that's I think so. If I had to rate the Josh one, I would say that was probably like a 5. I
Yeah,
hated
I'd give
that
that
one.
like 6.5.
Okay,
Maybe.
so this one I thought it was just okay. I'm gonna give it a 7, just a 7. And I think that's because my expectations were low going in. It was very, very low. So I wouldn't think I would have gotten that 7. I maybe I because I've only seen it once. Maybe watching it a second time, because now I know what's happening, I might enjoy it more. So I could go as high as 7.5. I don't think I will get into the 8s. But I can go half a point up more, like watching it a second time
Yeah.
and just appreciating it for what it is. Because maybe my expectations were just like, "Ooh, for our movie, we're getting a lot more." Like, yes, we did get character development, but I thought we were gonna get more. But now maybe just watching it and like, appreciating it for what it is, the far behemoth that it is. I might like it a little bit more. Like the problems that it has, they're still gonna have it, but I could just sit back and enjoy it for what it is. So 7 for now. Maybe after a second viewing, maybe 7.5, or I might just stay at a 7. All right, so that's our review for Zack Snyder's Justice League. What are you guys' thoughts? Thank you for indulging me and Boggs while we break down the movie. What are you guys' thoughts? Did you like the movie? Did you didn't like it? Did you like the changes that Zack did versus Whedon's cut? Let us know in the comments. Also, like, subscribe, do some great stuff. Like, we just dropped a Falcon and Winter Soldier review. We're obviously doing this review. We're actually going to be doing a Godzilla vs. Kong review when that movie comes out in the end of the month. So we're going to be doing a lot more reviews just like we used to in the past. It might just be a lot more than me and Boggs. We might have other people joining us on these reviews as well. So you guys can look forward to that as well. But until next time, when we do another review, for Boggs, for myself, take care, guys, and let us know what you think.